Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to Racing Angels, Fates and Legends. If I'm correct with the thinking process here, it's the 10th video of this game, so that's nice, will be a rather nice series. Not very short, maybe not very long as well, we'll see. But I think we are closer and closer to the ending. Well, obviously we are closer and closer, but I think we are approaching it pretty fast now. Alright, I appear out of the bushes, and we are with Kikano, watching them tie up Brianny with the same rope she was dangling with and bending Alphonsine up before dragging them away. She seems to be holding up pretty well, or at least Alphonsine seems to be keeping her calm. Calmer than the very flustered man looks anyway. This sect seems to be rattling his cage, something I even thought impossible. Everything is possible apparently. More of the freaking come out of the air and the bushes to help with the tying up. I had hoped that I could knock off face that, get the 5 enemies into a trap that would remove them from the equation and save my crew. But a dozen might be more than even a hero with my capabilities can handle without an existing plan. It pains me to admit it, but there's nothing I can do at this moment other than gather information. Well, the lead mongrel, the one who thought he was powerful enough to challenge me, slinks up with a sad look on his face. His ears hang almost as low as mine as he drops down next to my hidey hole. You did the best you could, it just wasn't really good enough. He doesn't react to the jab. It looks like he's almost melting the ground from the crushing failure upon him. Whatever these spirit cuts are, they hate losing as much as I do. Maybe you are related? Sorry, Kika. I scratch him behind the ears, curving up and around the ears as I do. It used to make me happy when my mom sewed me down. Hopefully it does the same for him. Because I need him at full strength, not because I feel bad for a wildcat that tried to aim me. Fair moving them. You can move quietly, right? Then let's get following. Logic would dictate that I'd stick to the original plan of trying to sign on for the others and get them to help me in my rescue. The ranking officer of the group even told me I needed to find Faye. I love Faye like my very own sister, and there's nothing I wouldn't do to help her in a time of need, but I know Faye. She's smart and wouldn't do anything that would jeopardize her condition. She's sleeping under a tree, curled up in a ball, not sprinting around the jungle like a noob. If anything, this is a vacation for her, and I'm going to get hours of days of all the wild birds and cute, fluffy animals she got to play with. It's like she has the power to make them congregate to her. But Brianny, she just got rolled up by a bunch of primitive natives who speak a dead language and try to poke her with spears. That's a pressing and immediate danger to her. Seeing that happy smile and joyful optimism on the ship during such a dark time for me was pleasant. Not thinking how my family lies 6 feet underground and I wasn't able to do anything for them. Even attending their funeral brought me a little bit of ease. Someone needs me to teach them, to bring them along the path of how to become awesome. How to be awesome actually. And is someone who can see the future beyond all this grey fog. That's a sidekick I want. That's a girl worth protecting against the odds. I'm going to save you, Brianny. Those freakon are going to regret ever challenging us. Hopefully she won't do anything stupid. The party of the kidnappers will have been a challenge for normal people to have kept up with, since most of them can fly and the others can move briskly through tangled brush. But then again, I have never been considered normal. Yeah, that's true. Wait, did I? Yeah, okay. Ren never loses track of them. He zips through the woods with a master that I definitely would have led with if we hadn't decided to take points. Sometimes you have to let the minions have their moment to shine, after all. Yeah, his paths are more challenging to follow than the adventure he led us on this body, but I don't have to worry about Alphonsine stumbling and collapsing every 30 minutes. I guess that isn't entirely true. These winged villains aren't showing any mercy on him or Brianne. Anytime they stumble or show weakness, the spears are instantly brandished and used as motivational tools to get them back up again. Once I thought I was going to have to force myself to take on the entire dozen of them when Brianne got tangled in some vines, and they thought cutting at her to clear the vines was a good option. Monsters! That lead shaman of the group seems to have a panic attack every time they slip up. Even when her minions cause it. When everything is fine, she's calm and collected. When something out of the ordinary happens, she's freaking out. That sort of crazy mentality puts them in so much danger. Now that I think about it, maybe they used the drug that erases memory on Faye's father or something like that. I think it's rather possible. I still want her to be the leader of this group, for her minions mumbled behind her back. Their accent is weird and my vocabulary is a bit small and rusty, but the grumbling is clear enough. They'd rather just got the weirdo DV from the start and just be done with it. Even if it would put me in danger, I won't let them get away with that so easily. One good kick a punch and they'd go down like a sack of feathers. Okay, kick a punch. Wonder if that's a powerful punch. Would a sack of feathers really even go down? I'll work on the metaphor later. It's the quite obvious results that matter. I shall keep a mental track of how far we've gone from the smoke signals, leaving a third piece of white ghost from the first aid kit as a trail, and that will hopefully lead my crew to me when they catch up. Eventually we arrive at the little village of huts and sticks. It smells so bad here. It's like mood and waste and all sorts of nasty things that anyone with a working shower would be able to take care of in a minute. I was able to take a bath, why don't they? If I hadn't decided to convince my best friend's dad that he was a god and talk about sacrificing my coworker and new sidekick, I have vowed it in my heart to have shown them the light of being clean and smelling like fresh flowers. I probably don't smell the best myself right now. With all the mood and whatever this tree happens, my uniform is just completely ruined. This must be how Face feels all the time. Ouch! That's not nice. The weird freakons toss Brian and Fuzzy into a hut near the edge of the water. Other than the pair of guards at the doorway, it doesn't look very secure. Either crime so low that they don't need a jail, or they deal with troublemakers in a more extreme fashion. This annoying tribe and that shaman has to be at the center of what brought down our ship. That makes it the second time this year I've been forced to defeat those stupid crystals to save my life. They are going to pay me back for this somehow. While Dr. Moonfollow goes in the hut with Brianne, the lead shaman girl heads off towards the largest hut in the village. It sits at the edge of a worn trail leading off into the jungle far from the waterline. I crawl through the earth like some sort of worm to avoid being spotted. There's not a ton of them around, but there's enough to spot a sloppy kitsune heroine. Thankfully they don't seem to be skilled in that weird sensing magic. Skulking around like some sort of hoodlum planning on stealing whatever source of information I can get my hands on. What would my parents think if they saw me now? My uniform is getting cut up on the rocks. My tail is dripping with mud, and I'm going to end up smelling like this place. Why couldn't we just do our normal patrol route? A few minutes later, my sick-out does yield great results as I watch her leave in a hurry towards one of the dirt paths that led out of the village. I haven't seen anyone older than her enter it, so I want some clues and I'm going to have them. Being a hero means you are allowed to go looting houses for stuff needed for your quest. Adventuring 101. Maybe I can find a health potion in the form of lunch in there. My inventory is too low. It looks like the inside of all the other huts. I was hoping that it would be covered with satanic blood rituals and carvings on glowing dead gods. This is boring. I mean, come on. Guards? Like a dozen guards? Just hanging from the ceiling? Like some sort of guard house warming party? Most of them look like they have some sort of liquid inside, but I'm not going to risk drinking whatever we put in them. It could be poison for all I know. No food, no water. This place is such a disappointment! There's that satchel hanging up on the wall. I guess that's the closest thing I'm going to get to an unlocked treasure chest. Rocks with symbols for water and hope carved on them. Nope. Plants? Plants? Yay! So exciting! A leather-bound book is the only thing in here that's worth my precious time. It will probably interest Natalie more than me, but at least someone is going to profit from this. It is a picture book written in awry. That's something at least. Pictures of... Oh, I recognize that winged night terror from the stories my mother used to tell me when my tail was smaller than my hand. The black winged blood letter that would steal young kids and children from their beds. At her agent. Fictional monsters from beyond the veil of space that preyed upon humans. Why are they here? No, no way, it's luck of the draw, coincidence of childhood stories. I bit my lip as 1,000 dangerous things flashed through my mind. The threats? Are they real? Okay, that's enough book time. Nothing can help this thing, and I can go back to being a nice, beautiful, heroic Katajion officer. I need to know more. 3! I wonder if they landed. Nat? 3, you need to prepare yourself for what we might find in here. There. What? Not sleeping with that evil grin she picked up. I don't care as long as she's safe. You know that's not what I mean. Warriors should never be afraid, but fear is all my tattered heart can feel. I'm running straight towards my greatest hope and my worst nightmare bundled in one package. Between the burn marks on the roof of wings of the shuttle and the damage to the surrounding trees, the landing must have been horrific. Years of finely honed instincts tell me what awaits in that ship. Images of the destruction and death that must await in that ship lock my feet in place while Soul continues forward towards it. Does he not feel any trepidation at what awaits us in there? Are you alright? You look very tepid. I'm fine. I just stopped my tube. Sorry, I want you to stay out here while I look around the inside of the ship. I'm fine, Saul. Sorry, no. Okay, fine, Commander. That's what I'm saying not about. You're staying out here and looking for clues of survivors. Can feel it, Saul. There's nobody moving out there. Let me go in. I'm not changing my stance, Ness. You're staying out here. This is the first I've seen death. The Reaper has always been too close of a companion for my liking. I agree with my lady. The mental trauma you will bring upon yourself. It's not the mental trauma this our brain might suffer. It is the potential clues to where they went from here. I don't need you accidentally squashing a note from them into the mood of breaking a hint because you don't pay attention. So we're going to stand here and make sure nothing happens to me while I look. Am I clear? Sir! Jerk. He worries about you. He has the worst way of showing it. Though his heart cold exterior may not show it, I see a deep and caring soul underneath it. A man who cannot say what is on his mind, but tries to show it with his actions. I know what nuts is in him as a friend. A jerk is a jerk is a jerk. It's as simple as that. It is true that I might be a little clumsy in my desire to aid those in need, but to keep me out of here when Nat could be in there and needing my aid, jerk. I don't care if he thinks I can handle it and would break down if I saw the death of the second person who has ever made me feel whole. I should be in there. I'm back. Do you want the good news or the bad news? The bad news. Let's just get it out of the way first. Nobody's in there. No corpses, no unconscious bodies, and no really quiet crew. It looks like the people in the back ejected in the flight deck survived the landing. Then, where are they? That's the rest of the bad news. Alphonse and Giga would never have left the crash site unless there was something that forcefully took them, or they had a high priority that demanded them run off into the woods. Is it not possible they may have gone to find the others? Nah, Giga is smart enough to know her greatest chance of survival is to stay put, and Alphonse follows regulations about staying at the crash site, if able. Something drove them to leave here. That new flight officer might have convinced them. I pray she's not that stupid. Besides, she'd have to convince Kika to do something against her better judgment. Unlikely. There's no sign of struggle. and no blood either inside. I think they left willingly, which brings me to the only possible answer to this problem and the worst news of all. You already deducted it, my lovely dear? Quite impressive. Not really, I just know Kika too well. The only thing that would drive her to abandon safety and convince us to go with her is that Faye didn't hijack with her medicine bag. I'm not tracking. She'd never admitted, but Faye means the world to Kika. The house cat once even told me that she was her first true best friend. Her health is certainly enough to get Kika to charge off into the wilderness. Alphonse has a soft spot. The well-being of the rest of the crew would be the only thing that would make him leave his post. Brani, either Alphonse or Kika told her to come with them. Easy. Give me your equipment back, I want to try something. I unhook the latches on both straps so I can swing it around and toss it to Sol without taking my wings with it. He catches the heavy satchel without any difficulty and yanks out the heat and motion sensor tracking systems. Freeing my wings of that burdensome restraint allows me to unleash the ability instilled upon me by the elders, whom foolishly thought a warrior lay inside that weak little flutist. Elder Shirine's words ring out in the raspy tones even though I have not heard them in so many years. Calm your heart. Do not let the dangers that await you find roost in your heart. Do not let hopes and dreams cloud your mind. To see the wisps of what hide upon the winds, you must sense what is and what may be. I can't let myself think about how important this is, or how Natalie's life and safety is at stake. Harmony. The acidic prickle on my wing startles me at the moment I sense it. Like a rancid corpse, the stench of a full monster blows on the wind. I recognize the feeling. It's the same sense of danger that I got from that forest world where Natalie said those unlucky researchers had been working. But the wind speaks a much broader tone this time. This isn't a lingering presence of evil hovering over a tomb. It's a very live, active evil that might have Natalie. There we go. Hendrix, can you parse the date to make this go faster? It is not a default process in my programming, but I shall try. This planet is dangerous, Sol. I noticed you were trying to use your wings to try and sense things. Aren't you going to yell at me, sir? Considering I'm using your equipment, I'm not going to yell at you for using a secondary method, no matter how odd and unreliable it may seem. It's not odd and unreliable. It is most certainly odd to a human, and its reliability remains to be seen. Alright, I'll buy it. What do you sense? Something evil. It's large with so much anger and violence that it is distorting the winds. So I know you don't believe my sense, but there is a great danger lurking here. Okay, anything else? I think there are smaller ones with a weaker version of the taint on them that way. I'm not sure why they are, but there's a bunch of them. Thank you, then Hendrix. Does the heat sensors match her magic sense? Yeah, my lady. I can with that. Always said. In that particular direction there are numerous heat readings that match medium-sized humanoids. Interesting. I told you so. I never doubted for a moment that what the elders taught me was the truth. It has kept me safe since I was just a wee hatchling. Don't look so pleased with yourself, then. Are we picking up anything from the direction she senses the great evil? Nothing. There's a smaller group of humanoids moving towards a larger group in that general area, but nothing that would likely be a great evil. It sounds like we may have a group of locals who are guiding our lost crew back to their village. But? Or a group of slavers that have their hands on a weapon that can bring down a shot and have our crew hostage. You may have gotten your wish returned, and they are about to be whisked away to be sex slaves for the rest of their lives. I'm coming back! Wait, get back here! 3. Oh my god. Callie, I was worried about you. It is good to see you, that you are well, for I believe we are all curious about where you found such striking clothing. Do you like it? Don't the gems go beautiful with my eyes? Those gems look like pieces of dread crazed monster. Crazed monsters? Ah, there's no crazed monster in this woods. We ran into one out there. It looked like a legendary griffin with massive blue wings that glittered in the moonlight. Kelly turns to the odd ring freak on with her and begins jabbering in language with a lot of high-pitched clicks that I've never heard before, and pretty amazed the young quartermaster knows. Schools must be teaching some new languages since I left. I really want to know. When the pink freakons with the glittering wings lashes out with the butt of her spear, the spear slams the gut of Griffin, and for she rolls with the blow to lessen the impact. The force behind the strike is clear and hostile. Stop it! It's proper punishment. Maybe it is lack of sleep and constant running, the weird what I think are freaking with wings times I've never seen before, or the gaudy outfit Khan is wearing, but I'm not understanding any of this madness. All I know is I'm frustrated and the flight officer is striking my officers. Position of attention, flight officer! No! Excuse me, I said it now! No, nope! Kali, the major's really mad. You need to do this before you get in more trouble. Trouble? Me? Commander Hack is going to bat for you to keep you in the force, and this is how you act. But you don't care anymore. Nope, no more darkness and sorrow for me. You and the commander have no power over me anymore. This is the new domain of Princess Kali of the Afidi, and you will bow before me. Like hell I will. Take these peasant traitors away. We'll deal with them. Kali, what in the 9 circles of the old world has got you? I found my place, Kali. You'll soon learn yours. That little bitch! I'm gonna... I know getting captured by the bad guys is a standard part of adventures, but this is really a lot less fun than I thought it would be. I'm pretty sure this actually meets the criteria of being taken hostage per the regulations, for that means when I get back home I'll get a very nice decoration for my dress uniform. My family is going to be so jealous when I tell them of my adventure and they see my shiny hostage survival medal. The Major does seem to be as cheered as the thought of the rewards that await us at the end of our journey. His treatment on our way back to the village was much arduous than mine. Those Polish stone spears got jabbed into him almost every 100 paces. Though they aren't fond of me, they absolutely despise him. Some of the insults they slung at him were so uncivilized that I dared not even think about them for fear of dishonoring my superior. Could they be considering harming him further? I know my lieutenant is going to save me sooner or later, but if the Major is in danger, I have to act sooner. Major, I think we might need to consider a plan of escape. Agreed. These walls are really thin. I think we won't be able to carve our way through them. But then you would face with the righteous might of my followers. You could always tell them to let us go, Mr. Dr. Wolfgood, sir. Mr. Dr. Wolfgood, sir? I don't know what to use with him anymore. Fair enough. Just use which one he prefers that isn't Wolfgod, please. You dare mock me in my presence? No, sir. Which side would like to use? I would rather not have you address me at all, devil. But I'm not the devil, sir. I'm Flight Officer Brenny. No last name, sir. I work with the IDHAS Nimross alongside your daughter. Heh. You think your lies will hold any sway over me, devil? I'm a god and I have no daughter. But your devil do, sir. Her name is Faye Moonfall. She's a pale-haired, blue-eyed scientist just like you with the same last name. She was so sweet to me when I arrived. Captain Moonfollow and the lieutenant took me on a tour of the ship, and Captain Moonfollow made me this juicy little egg. But I just stuck. Because I was hungry. She might be tired all the time and a little lazy, but she cares about everyone around her so much. If you are even a tenth the Lupit she is, you let us go. I'm not Lupit. Do not have a daughter, and I will not allow some young, twisted devil could cloud my judgment. Does your soul not even feel a shred of guilt at not bowing your head in my presence? Not really. I don't see a reason to bow my head to a fake god. But I swear I'm no devil. You have to believe me. Look at yourself, those thin leathery wings that bear you up on the night sky, that wimpy tail to wrap around unsuspecting victims as you drag them into your web of deceit. There's no denying the full blood of evil that runs through your veins. I've heard words like this before. It wasn't often, but growing up in a human-dominated society meant that I was a freak to some. Lupit and elves were common enough that many people had at least met one or two. But African Dreamon, my family were often the first ones. Devil, demon, monster. Most people would accept me in time and I'd find my place among them, but others would never accept us. Even out here, I can't escape who others think I am. Not even on a world untouched by time and civilization. Do not let your wings drop for even a moment, Flight Officer. Sir, Professor will follow. You're a man of science, so your mind should follow a fairly straightforward set of logic. Even if you don't remember all of the details, allow me to humor you for a moment why you should consider our point of view. And why would I allow a devil and her corrupted compatriots speak more lies? Because you are truly a god, you have no fear of being corrupted by mortals, and if you are the peace, your curiosity at who you once were will be piqued. Proceed. Thank you. Now our situation comes down to two key differences. The first is that you are a wolf god, sent here by prophecy to guide these people. The second is that we are trying to convince you to come with us because you are not a god. There are 4 different outcomes possible. The first is that you are indeed a wolf god and you don't heed us. You follow the prophecy that sent you here to these people and you awaken to your true self. The second outcome is that you are wolf god but you listen to our story. We can lead you astray, but a true prophecy is something that will happen. Despite our best efforts, you will succeed and awaken as a god still. If you truly are a god, nothing anything a mere mortal can do will stop you from succeeding. Yeah, yet you try. Indeed, consider the third option. If you are not a wolf god, but you listen to our plea for help, you will be able to return to your home. Remember who you are and reunite with your beloved daughter whom desires nothing more than to reunite with her father. But if you are not a god and you don't listen to us, you will never return home. We will perish and sacrifices to you, for you will likely be sacrificed when they discover you are a false god. Worst of all, your daughter will die within the year, never seeing her father. Captain Buffalo, is that sick? Definitely, she should not be here, but our commander has a soft spot in his heart for her foolish whims. As Commander was just overacting! She does often, but this is one time that she is quite correct. As you can see, your best option is to listen to us, for it has the best outcome whether or we are lying or not. What say you, Wolf God? Wait, that's not an answer! Do not fret, I do not expect him to answer me yet. He faces the unknown, lost in the torrent of his own mind. Oh! You seem troubled by his words. I pray that you aren't taking his devil remarks too hard. Of course not, sir. It's just that this isn't the first time someone has said them. It stings a bit every time. You don't even know your own heritage, do you? Like where I came from? Or where I came from before coming here? Or which pirate squadron I was part of in training? Or... It is right. Just as easy knowing that you are no devil. Yes, sir! His smile tries to cheer me up. And succeeds, but I can see the weariness creasing the lines of his face. You should get some rest, sir. I'll wake you up once the lieutenant starts our rescue. Thank you. I think a short nap will suffice. I'm not a devil. I wonder if she thinks I am. No, she does not. Sorry. And I don't think that as well, because Brianna is amazing. I like her. We trek into the wilderness with single goal. No vines, trees, or branch is going to slow me down from getting to the person I've sworn to protect and not failing her again. Saul leads the way with the hitter sooner, doing his best to get through the rough terrain, but he doesn't move fast enough for me not to be happy. If it wasn't for his friendship with Natalie, I would wonder if he's deliberately trying to upset me. Hendrix I follow behind him, maintaining a little distance on the chance that he accidentally stumbles off the inside of the steep cliffs that dot the landscape. I might be able to fly, but Hendrix would be a pile of scrap metal at the end of the tumble. The only reason I don't end up overtaking Saul is because of my attempts to feel out for danger around us. I refuse to get caught off guard by whatever this thing living on this planet is. Hey? Do you feel something? I ready my rifle at the tree line and prepare to fight whatever monster thinks that it can stop me. I don't know what it is, but it is running straight at us. My finger hovers over the smooth and the trigger of my XR-102 marksman rifle. I refer my automatic weapons, but with the amount of green and post-natural camouflage, I don't have a weapon that can put down a threat in a single shot. Just like this one. 3, 2, 1. Sigh! My thumb flips the safety faster than my finger can pull back. I don't like my former roommate, but I'm here to save Kika as well as Natalie. Kika! With mood covering her firm and her well-crafted drills in complete disarray, Kika looks pretty rough from the well-groomed offshore she always tries to maintain. I'm surprised 2 days on the ground shells her so much. With tears flowing down her face, she buries her face into his chest, while her tiny fist beats against his shoulder. Jerk, where were you? I came here the second I heard Alphonse's distress message. I knew that you were going to get down here and save us, I knew it! Why couldn't you have been faster, you slowpoke? Kika, where are the others? Where's Nat? I don't know where everyone in the back ended up, but they got out of the shuttle. We need to find soon. We have a bigger problem. We do. Why did you lead Alfonsi and then you called away from the crash site? Her name's Brianna and we went off to go find Faye because she left this behind. She holds up a small satchel with a big red plus sign on it. I knew it. Listen, Faye might be in danger right now, but Alfonsi and Brianna are in mortal danger. I'm pretty sure Faye being alone in the jungle without her medication meets the clear of mortal danger. Shut up and listen to me! Alright, tell me. Why does she get to tell you to shut up and you don't chew her out? Because the rest of you at least listen to me to some degree. I'll keep that in mind. Please don't. Stop your stupid blabber! A group of weird, freaking brainwashed and amnesiac Dr. Moonfollow captured my crew and are planning on sacrificing him to the thing that crashed our ship. I was stalking their leader for but don't know. I don't have the time, please. What I know is that they've got some terrible plans and we need to act. Lead us to them. I don't know how we are going to rescue them for. There's a lot more of them than us. They are called guns, Kika. They are the great equalizer. Sure, might be a good shot, but you and I are average at best. We are outnumbered about 1,000 to 1 against an enemy that knows the terrain and can fly. We might be able to get a bunch of them, but I hugged up our operation would succeed. My coding forbids me from participating in armed combat. That's fine, I'd rather focus on helping anyone injured. Do you trust me, my lady? No, but I don't really have a lot of choice in this situation. I think Sol got used to be called lady. We might be able to rescue them, for we can leave our comrades behind. Okay, but pick one of us that you are willing to sacrifice in the assault. If we attack, it is highly likely that at least one of us is going to die. Which one of us are you willing to trade away for them? Then I pick me. It's my duty as a warrior to put my life on the line to protect others. Bad example, I guess. Then who is going to rescue Natalie? I agree with Kika. Even if she is able to get us a detailed layout of where they are being held, an attack is unlikely to end well with our limited equipment and manpower. Heh. Don't let your ego get too inflated. I agree with Suri if we need to mount an attack quickly to rescue them before they are sacrificed. It's not like I said we shouldn't rescue them. I came looking for help after all. Help? That's it. By the time we get into contact with the fleet, they are going to be executed. No, if rescuing the fares, we'll have plenty of people to stage a much safer assault. We effectively double our strength by getting Nat, Lil, and Faye back. Plus that trader girl, if she knows how to handle herself. I'm not letting her touch a single one of my weapons. I need to protect Nat from so many threats that she's willing push against her. I do have some very good news for you. It warms my heart being able to be of such use to you. Please stop phrasing things like that in front of Kika. But being at your side is my sole purpose. Please, that's a direct order. I shall do as you command, my lady. I can see it now. Are you always super gentle, lady? With the softest velvet touch. Oh my! What's going on? This sounds like some sort of those weird hollow stories that Kika always told me she never watched on her datapad. Mission. We have a mission. What did you discover, Hendrik? The second group of signatures that our sensor detected are heading straight towards the direction of Lieutenant Star approached. That's not good news. That means they were captured as well and are being paraded back here to be sacrificed. No, I like this. This is the best news possible. Did you not hear what I said they are going to do when they do them tonight? They are going to be fed to some Gathi. Of course I did. If we know where they are heading towards, we can stage an ambush and take them out. I'm surprised you don't find an ambush to be dishonorable. It is not an act befitting war, but, well, she's right. An ambush is a cowardly act that the elders said a war would never do. Am I becoming like Sora? Am I losing my view of right and wrong? But saving Nat is the most right thing I know. If you guys right and they end up killing Nat before I get to tell her how sorry I am, I'm not a warrior if I ambush them, and I'm not a warrior if I don't. There's no right option here under my coat. Just like before, I'm lost and I don't know where to turn for help. We are going to need more information before we consider an ambush. Hendrix, I want you to focus on tracking them. I sure don't want you focusing on your personal needs. Siri, I want you to start evaluating a good side for us to prepare our attack if we choose to do so. You can't just ignore me! I've got some good news. Ideas, I mean. We can use all the leaves and fallen branches to make a quick shelter. Kika, I want you to learn how to be quiet so they don't catch us. Huh. It takes the group nearly an hour to approach the position we set up. It took us 3 different attempts, and this one is just outside the grouping of huts that Kika says is their village. Deep in my gut, I know that I put us in terrible position for ambush. There's a fair amount of traffic from the weird wing frequent coming in and out of the village. An attack is going to almost instantly bring in a ton of reinforcements. They will be on top of us before we've had a chance to fade into the jungle. We'll be fighting hidden round battles on their turf all the way back to the shuttle. It is an unwinnable battle, but to do nothing means condemning them to death. To do something means condemning them to death. Here they come. Don't engage until given the order. What am I going to do? What would a reward do in this situation? A glint of pink breaks through the turn of the dirt path, and I gave a short prayer to the winds. I've done this before when I was the young commander. I just need to steal my mind. At least half a dozen are watching over the advancing party from the trees. I can't see any more of them, but the taint they leave on these exotic winds tells me there are several more maintaining protective distance. A full dozen of the lightly clad frequent are interviewed among the captives. They're too close together to make this easy. If I attack them at the range, I should be able to pick targets with clean shots, but Kika is likely to end up shooting a friendly. The oldest part of the information is that they are letting Kylie lead the group. She's got that big happy smile on her face. I haven't seen them off, so maybe things are right. Hey, Kylie wasn't wearing that when she left, was she? Do you think I would have allowed her off the ship wearing something like that? Someone is a grumpy dad. Someone is a grumpy dad. It's not like that, and you know it. Sure, Pops, tell me more about kids today, and that noise they call music. There's no bones around Kylie's hands, no cuts or blood on her plain skin. This tribe seems to be treating her well. Contrary to what Kika said, I wonder if Kika is trying to ruse us to fight a personal battle again. Then I see Nat at the tail of the march. Her hands are bound with rope made of vines. There's no tolerance for her hair, spears from the winged monsters poking her forward. Red hot truffled floats my mind. They are entreating the mass newly discovered allies or prisoners caught where they shouldn't be. Those uncaring and apathetic faces are identical to the ones of the slavers that once held me. I wish this fate on Natalie. I have to right the wrong I wished upon her. I feel arms wrap around my tail. Turning around, I see a very annoyed Kika gripping my tail so hard her knuckles are white. No. What? You don't really think I didn't learn a single thing about you when I was your roommate, do you? You're planning on attacking them. I'm going to save them. You're going to get both us and them killed. There's too many and they're too close together. Aren't you always saying how you're the heroine? Here's the time to prove it. This upsets me more than it does you, but I'm not going to endanger lives for an unwinnable fight. Commander. Legendary know just as well as she does that the odds of your success are astronomically low. If you really were a Saito, then you'd know how bad of a tactic this is to get everyone, including us in the village, out and hard. See? But if your warrior pride says that you cannot turn a blind eye to this and trust your brain over hard, then I'll permit you to make a sole attempt at a rescue. What? So that's basically giving her option to commit suicide and possibly kill the crew? Sorry, I give you my word as the commanding officer of the Nimross that I will do everything in my power to save Natalie. You know, she's like my sister. But if you feel you can't trust Giga and I on the Katajion defense force ever again, and your warrior ways are all you can believe in, I won't stop you. I'm not worried, but I have to try and save her. You really think I'm just going to let them take my prize minion and new sidekick? Do you really think that's so little of me? Trust us, it hurts, but please let them pass. To be a warrior, to be that weak-looted Dremon who let her friend die for her. They say I'm not, but my heart yearns for me to prove myself. And what if this is the only chance I'll ever get to tell Nat how sorry I am for breaking her heart? I slumped back into our small cover, nearly smashing Giga with the tail she was holding onto so tightly. I can't do anything as the woman I swore to protect is tracked past our position. She's so close to me but so far away. An image of that little hatchling who hid in a crevice as slavers hauled away the only girl who had ever cared that she survived flashed in my mind. It has been decades since I was that little hatchling, but as they hauled Natalie past me, anger and terror at the unknown fate that awaits her shining bright in her eyes, a torrent of anguish consumes my soul. She's so close, but I can't even give her hope that rescue could happen. The winds fall quiet on my wings. I've never felt this alone. I don't even have the forced belief that I'm warrior now to carry my spirit. Kil grabs my right hand and grips it as tightly as she can. I fell by the first reaction of batting her back with my tail. I'm not going to break cover. I don't have the guts to be strong and fight alone. Corner loses her normally vibrant expression, and her groomed tail, now caked in mud, beats against my side. Is she scared as well? Is it even possible that the brush and brazen geek are just as scared as I am for the fate of the friends who are marching past her to their deaths? I've never thought it possible for her to be worried about anything. Everything she's ever wanted has always been served to her, never knowing the loneliness and wounds that I have suffered throughout my life. I can't stop the slight wiggling my tail gets when I get confused. It bets against Saul's inner body, but he doesn't say a word. From the eagle-eyed stare he's given kindly, I doubt he even felt it. The irritation I expect to see isn't there, replaced by fretful anxiety. Just like me, 1,000 implausible reasons why kindly would turn against us must be darting through his mind. Betrayal, an unforgivable crime. That anger gives me something to latch onto as another wave of captains try to sweep me away. I've trusted her since she arrived on the Nimross. I always viewed her as harmless. She might have sided with that weird son, but she never betrayed the Katajion directorship. Kylie never betrayed the loyalty to defending our homes. But she's wearing that outfit, leading the parade with a grin on her face. I know what I am anymore, but I know I'll never abide with traitors. You can disagree with what a Saito does, but you don't sacrifice people for personal gain. The more I let the anger strengthen me, the more I know Natalie is going to be alright. Anyone who allies with traitors is weak, even weaker than the weakest scholar. And Natalie is strong, a lot stronger than me. I gripped Kika's hand. They are going to be fine. I know it. Hopefully. But for now, let's end the episode. And we'll see how it goes in the next one. We'll see what is going on with Faye and so on. For now, hope you enjoyed it, and until then, bye bye.